Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday morning trading room. Just waiting for my charts to finish loading, so bear with me here a minute. Yesterday looks like it was quite the roller coaster. We'll pull that up here in just a second. But I was reviewing everything and it's pretty crazy. All right, I think everything is loaded. So the daily chart looking relatively bullish, but if we dial this down, say to the, well, let's take a look at a 5-minute chart. So this was yesterday, the market falling off, making a nice recovery, actually right through the afternoon until the close, after which the bottom fell out again. And here we are. So we got a little bit of a downside gap, but you can see very, very range bound. I suppose that's not unusual for a FOMC day, which is today. Reports coming out this afternoon. Nice little trend line bounce that way. Nice little trend line bounces going on this way. And the market retracing more or less the same numbers for the last 3 or 4 sessions. Okay, so we're off to a slightly bullish start. But overall, we really haven't wandered too far off this whole 7,700 zone. Here on the Eagle, we'll take a look at the overnight, and you can see also very constipated. Lots of swings, but no real trend to speak of. Here is your first in sync Eagle signal of the day, and that working out very nicely. As I mentioned before, you Raptor traders don't need to feel left out. You can do the same thing. You can look for your first signal, which is in sync. So you want to pay attention to which way your bands are stacked. And it looks like you would have taken, depending how quick you were, either the number 1 or the number 3 signal. And again, both of those working out pretty well. All right, let's put that away too before I do something silly. Another move back here to the hard edge. Your Hawk and your Falcon both getting a little bit bullish currently. The Eagle and the Raptor still the only ones that are a little bit on the bearish side. See if we come back with a hard edge bounce. Oh, here we go. All right, let's do this here on the Raptor. We've got a couple of opportunities. We've got one in the Eagle as well, but we'll see if this hard edge holds or if they're going to come back with, oh, there they go with another number 2 signal right there. We got a 2-3-2 type setup. So I may buy it above this high. I'll sell it below this low. We'll see which way they're most inclined. think I might prefer to short it. And if we buy it, I'll explain the 232 signal that we have developing. Oh, there we go, to the short side again. So we're going to get a number 3 signal. All right, so I've anticipated the number 3 signal. It looks like it's about to print, or it did print. And for a change, I got it right on the hash mark. Now here, I should get my stops a little bit out of the way. When your signals are alternating like this, it's very often will lead to a reversal. And a pretty good reversal signal is the 232 signal. So you get a counter trend signal, you get a with trend signal, and then you come back with yet another counter trend signal. Now, that's why I entertained taking it higher if it got above that swing high. But then we came back with yet another with trend signal. So then we got the 323, suggesting that the sellers are actually a little bit stronger at this point. But we'll see. Not yet, they're not. What I was thinking was opening gap, filling the opening gap. So if you were inclined, you could extend your profit target quite a bit. Actually, the market's probably going to be a little bit slow today, so why don't I demonstrate that? So rather than take profit on target, I'll look to take it down here to the median line. Now, I'm not going to take it all the way to the median line, but we'll see if they can break down below these lows. Oh, they're not going to. If they could break down below these lows, there's a very good chance the market would try to fill that gap. All right, a little bit of a uptick. Well, here we go now with a number 1 signal. A second, they bounced right past that. I was going to say a second push opportunity might be in order. I may give them just a little longer. Once we have a trend, then it becomes a little bit easier. Because we can wait for a pullback. and perhaps enter with trend that way. Okay. Still happy to be range bound. There's a number 2 signal that might be interesting. All right, here now a number 3 signal. This may be a 232 opportunity. There we go. So we got the 2, we got the 3, we got the number 2 signal. This one did not print as a number 2, and I'm going to try to take this one lower. I'm going to see if we can't get a couple extra dollars out of this trade, get back to the low of the morning, or if we want to be really ambitious, try to fill that opening gap. As I said, if we get below the low of the morning, there is a very good chance the market will try to fill at least part of that gap. Maybe I shouldn't be too ambitious. We'll take it about halfway. If they give me that chance. Ah, where are the sellers? The sellers make a show and then they retreat. I'm going to get tagged here again. Shoot. Wow. Okay. Well, they're being a little bit less cooperative today. And, you know, again, it's an FOMC day. There's nothing wrong for there's nothing wrong with taking a day off when the market may be acting a little unpredictable. All right, well, I've tried a couple times now to short, neither of which has worked. So I'm going to take a look here. If the market does not want to go down, there's reasonable expectation it should go up. We're working on a number 3 signal here. It's not going to print as a number 3 because the clouds were out of sync. Excuse me, actually I should cool it here for a bit. Still struggling to get a feel for the trend, if any. Okay, now they're trying to head lower. Stinkers. All right. What I think I'll do is I'll treat this as a trading range. All right, here we go. Let's see if we get the break. Oh yeah, of course. Aspen again with the good questions. He's asking, what's that stochastic looking panel you have on your Raptor? Can you explain, please? Not every Friday. Now we do alternate Fridays, but a lot of Fridays we do what we call the rabbit hole Friday, where because Fridays are a little bit of a hit and miss, we'll take the time and I'll show you different indicators and different tools and kind of mess with your head in general. This is the Bollinger Band Suite from Indicator Warehouse. It was one of the first tools I featured on Rabbit Hole Friday. And I liked it so much, I put it on all my charts. And what it does, it's a great filter for directionality. And sometimes, honestly, I forget to even take a look at it because I'm concentrating on other things. But you'll find that if you're contemplating a signal, let's say, this early trend change signal right here, the Bollinger Suite already showed you that it was going to be a bearish move. And look at that. Scoundrels going down here now to fill the gap. Ooh, that makes me mad. Let's see the signal that I tried to short earlier. Where were we? Oh, yeah, see? So I tried to short one of these, but the Bollinger Suite was very, very neutral. Had I paid a little bit more attention there, I might have avoided taking that loss, but oh well. So if you would like more information about the Bollinger Band Suite, simply go here to indicatorwarehouse.com, and as the website eventually loads, come on. Don't know why my computer is so slow this morning. Wow, okay, well, I'll pull this over here until it loads. Oh, there you go. So go to your little search and search Bollinger Suite. I must have too many windows open. All right, we'll get it out of the way again until it loads. Oh, and there it is. There's a couple of Bollinger tools. This is the one you're interested in, the Bollinger Band Suite. Wow, really? That's painful here this morning. There you go. Bollinger Band Suite. It does have a divergence indicator as well. I've turned the divergence off on this one. And there you go. But, a fairly useful indicator, which is why I said I've kept it on all my charts. I forget to point that out. So Those of you who are new in the room, please don't be shy about asking questions. If you see something you don't understand, or if you don't understand what I'm doing, please ask. I'm doing this for your benefit, not mine. Okay, here we go with the pullback again. So, you know, it's a bit of a tough call right now because we've got the gap to the upside from the overnight. But we've just seen a relatively strong move lower. So which way do we have a trend? Can we call this a trend, or is it just a flurry? All right, back to the hard edge here now, the number 3 signal. And now a number 2 signal. Yeah, so the mystery continues. Are we going to be bullish or are we going to be bearish? Oh, look at that. The sellers getting beat up after that big move lower. Here come the buyers, pretty much taking it all back. All right. Well, it's a very, very broad trading range, but what we've seen is we've seen the market break the lows and hold. So we could put a just in case order to sell below here. Now we've seen the market rally back and fail, so we could put a just in case order to buy here. And at this point, we can just wait them out. Whichever way they go from here is likely to stick. Keith says it's screaming sideways on the bigger time frame. Yes, I would imagine so. As they move back and forth here, they'll sort themselves out a little bit. One thing I want you to notice here on your Raptor band, look at how neutral it is. It's dead flat sideways. So again, you want to remember context a bit. I would much prefer to see the sellers try to recover one more time before the market takes off higher. That would make for a much easier buy. All right, well, we'll just watch the excitement. All right, this is what I was hoping for, that we would see the sellers at least attempt to move the market. And as they move back and forth, I should be able to adjust my entry point. Right now, I've left it at the extremes. What's a little bit difficult to determine, as I mentioned before, is that opening gap. A gap is actually an aggressive move. So a big gap to the upside is actually very bullish in nature. let's see if they're gonna try to breach the high. All right, they pushed back off of this high. That's interesting. I think I'm gonna bring my entry up a little bit here. Start to put the squeeze on them. So all I'm doing is we're watching the market get in tighter and tighter ranges. All right. So, okay, we'll see what we get now. We should see the market recover toward the lows here, I think. So let me set a profit order there. Oh, excuse me. I hope I got to my mute button before I sneezed. All right. Let's see whether we're going to get a trend out of this now. Next signal that's going to develop here on the Hawk or the Raptor is going to be your cloud crossover signal. Clouds have crossed. We got the pullback. Come on, sellers, you got to push. You got to go. Once we're below this low, there's a very good chance we're going to pick up a few more sellers because those lows, well, the buying is probably a reaction to this zone here. So if we can take out these lows, that will probably capture the interest of more than the odd buyer, or pardon me, seller. Wow. Okay. Just when you think there might be some follow through. All right, well, we did have some selling. We're waiting on that number one signal. Floyd's watching his ADX, and he says it's really low this morning. He says, I'm not trading until it gets higher than 20. Ah, dear. I should have waited for the number one signal to develop and for the market to get out below here, or I should have just taken my profit on target. Oh, darn. Here come the buyers again. Look at that. You stinkers. I'm going to get tagged 3 times in a row. Okay, well, stuck in the sideways range. No, come on. They're working the number one signal now to the upside, which is not what I want to see. No, there's the number one signal. Doggone it, they're going to tag me out here again. Probably looking to get up here to 77.07. I don't reverse on a position often, but here we go. Got to try to get at least one profitable trade in here this morning. You can see, though, how difficult it can be trading on an FOMC day because the market's just not going to commit. The other thing is that, on days like today, or there will be days like today, where the market just doesn't seem to be cooperating. And so you need to realize that, recognize that, and then act accordingly. So if the market doesn't seem like it's responding, then, first off, you still need to maintain your trade quota so you don't overtrade. Secondly, you need to have a loss limit on your day. You need to have that dollar amount or a percentage of your capital where you just say, enough. I've had enough. The market's not doing what it's supposed to do. I'll come back tomorrow. Because you can see yesterday compared to today. Yesterday, the trades had decent follow through. We found more than enough opportunities, and yet today it's the exact opposite. It's a real struggle even to find anything decent. I still can't get a handle on the trend, probably because there isn't one, and it's just the kind of day where you should say, I'm not going to be bothered today. And in fact, we'll close up the trading room here at the bottom of the hour. I'll remind you over the next couple of days, but while I think of it, this Monday is a holiday here in Canada. So I'm actually not going to be available. I'm going to be out of the office on Monday. So no trading room this Monday. Going to be out of town for a bit. But yeah, there's just no trend today, and probably will not be until the FOMC minutes are released. You can see what's going on here. We're just churning, just going back and forth. All right, gang, on that note, let's close up shop. We'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully the market will be a little bit more responsive. Talk to you then. Bye for now.